Hey dudes, I'm Hilah, and today on Hilah Cooking we are making a chocolate pound cake with a chocolate glaze. It's like double chocolate pound cake, maybe. And this is exciting because this will be the first recipe that I've done where I also convert it to metric measurements. So you can get those as well as the imperial measurements on my website, hilahcooking.com. But let's go ahead and get started. This is really simple. This is my grandma's recipe. Butter in our mixing bowl. This has been sitting out for a couple of hours, so it's soft, but it's not too soft. Like you can see when I drop it into the bowl, it's still keeping its log-like shape. It's still got edges on it. It's not like melted at all. But this is a little frugal trick that my mom taught me. Take your butter wrapper. I guess this only works if you're in the US and your butter comes in little sticks, but you can use spray oil too. And then you just like rub it all inside the pan. Just get all the corners, especially, and the bottom. And then, a lot of times with cakes, the recipe will tell you to flour, like grease and flour the bottom of your pan. But if you're doing a chocolate cake, then that can leave like unsightly white globs on the outside of your cake. So what I do is get a little bit of the cocoa that I'm going to use in the recipe, and I'm going to sprinkle it in the bottom of your pan like that. And then just kind of tip, tip, tap all the way around. If there's any extra, tip it into the next one. So then you have both pans coated like this. It's not gonna leave gross white stuff on the outside of your cake. Okay, now that that part is taken care of, we can start creaming this butter. So creaming just means you're gonna mix it on a medium speed till it gets kind of fluffy, light and fluffy. And then we're gonna put in our sugar. This is just plain granulated white sugar. And we're gonna beat these together for about 2 minutes until it's really fluffy. And what this is doing is incorporating the sugar in with the butter fat. And the sugar granules microscopically are really rough, so they kind of like break those butter molecules up and beats a lot of air into the butter. So you end up with a lighter, fluffier pound cake. Okay, some vanilla extract. Just eyeball that. Then we're gonna add 5 eggs, and you want to mix each egg in before you add the next. So we'll just do that one at a time. Okay, once they're fully incorporated, you don't see any yellow streaks, we've got our dry ingredients here, and this is all-purpose flour, cocoa powder, salt, and baking powder, and I'm just gonna use a fork to kind of mix this together. And then I'll add about 1/3 of this mixture, it doesn't have to be exact. And mix it on low speed for 30 seconds. We don't need to get it fully incorporated. You don't really want to get it fully incorporated at this point. That's good, like maybe 15 seconds is all that was. And then we add some sour cream. This is just an 8-ounce container, or 227 grams. And I'm gonna add about half of this. Okay, and again, just like 10, 15 more seconds. Add another 1/3 of the dry ingredients. Okay, this looks beautiful. I love how dark and rich this is. Then you just want to do your best to divide the batter evenly between your 2 pans. Spread it out, get it into the corners, smooth the tops a little bit. Then we're gonna bake it at 325 for about 45 to 50 minutes until it's nice and domed up. And when you put a toothpick in the center of it, it comes out clean. Cake is cooling. While that's happening, we can whip together a really, really simple little chocolate glaze. I'm gonna put some powdered sugar, cocoa, and sift that together. And then just add a little bit of liquid. Now you can use milk, but I've got a little bit of my morning Java left over. So I'm gonna use a little bit of coffee. Awesome. Set that over there, and then I've got some pecans I'm toasting. Put them in a dry skillet over medium heat for maybe 2 minutes. You do run the risk of burning them, so keep an eye. And then we'll just do a little chop. It's gonna be so good. And then we can flip it out. And then just drizzle some of your glaze over the top. And so this recipe makes 2 cakes, and I know that's a lot for most people, but 1 cake can be frozen if you like. Just freeze it without the glaze. And then throw some pecans on top, or toasted coconut, or omit it, or whatever, peanuts. Do your thing, baby. All right, like I said, this recipe is available in imperial and metric measurements at my website, hilahcooking.com, so check that out. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And let's cut a slice off of this. Of course, I'm gonna cut off the bare naked slice. Let's just give it the test of a true pound cake. Look at that. This is a perfect pound cake texture. Pretty dense, but it's still really moist, everyone's favorite word. Super chocolatey, not overly sweet. I really like that about this recipe in particular, because that means you can have ice cream with it. Yay! All right, thank you so much for watching. Give me a thumbs up, share this video if you like it, and if you make this, please take a picture and tag me on Instagram or Twitter or Facebook or whatever. I love to see pictures of your creations.